Done with 5 rounds. Last round remains. But the scores that you have might become inconsequential because the last round, which I call Buzz Me, has 10 questions. The rules are pretty simple. Only the fastest team on the buzzer would be allowed to answer. If you give out the right answer, plus 10 for you. If you are wrong, unfortunately, you lose 10 points. This is a round of general quizzing. So questions from anything under the sun might appear in this round. And the first question of the buzzer round coming right up on the screen. Very fast they have been, team number 1, but for the benefit of our audience, I'll complete the question. We all know that Kharagpur is famous for having the longest railway platform in the entire world. However, what unique distinction does the town of Bhavani Mandi in Rajasthan have with regards to railway platforms? And let me tell you, this is not an easy question. Very, very good fact to be knowing. Team number 1, you have pressed the buzzer. You'll have to give an answer now.
The shortest railway platform?
It is not the shortest railway platform of the world. To our viewers, this is very, very interesting. The answer to this question is, this is the only railway station in India which is divided between 2 states. One half of the platform is in Madhya Pradesh. The other half of the platform is actually in Rajasthan. So, which in effect makes it the only railway platform to be shared by 2 states. That was the answer that I was looking for. Very, very interesting question to be asking. Team number 1, they lose 10 points, but 90 points still at stake. All the best once again. Question number 2 of this round. Question appearing on the screen now. And I have a real broad smile on my face while I ask this question. I've shown you the screenshot of a particular book called Saving Capitalism from the Capitalists. Now, this is a book co-written. One of the writers of this book is Luigi Zinjalis. My question to you, team number 1, since you have hit the buzzer once again, you'll have to give me the name of the other author who is also a champion economist. Who's he?
The other writer is Dr. Raghuram Rajan.
You think the answer is Dr. Raghuram Rajan, the present governor of RBI, and you know perfectly well about him. Well done, 10 points. Very, very good answer. Dr. Raghuram Rajan, indeed, the champion economist and the present-day governor of RBI. With that good answer from team number 1, we move on to the next question, question number 3 of this round, coming up on the screen. The kitchenware revolution protests, they took place for 2 years, from 2009 to 2011. Now it took place in a country that faced what is easily can be called as the largest systemic banking collapse suffered by any country in the history of the economy of any country. My simple question is, which country faced this severe crisis called the kitchenware revolution? And the additional clue that I could give you is, the country is in Europe, but the answer is not Greece. Late buzz by team number 2. What is your answer?
Cyprus.
Fortunately, you pick up a negative on that. Answer to my question on this is Iceland. With that, we move on to the next question. Question number 4 of this round on the screen now. Shown here is the coinage, ancient coinage from India. Now, the emperor featured on this coin issued 4 different types of gold coin, namely the archer type, the king and queen type, the Chhatra type and the Horseman type. Teams, this coin was minted during the reign of which very, very famous emperor during 455 to 467 CE. You'll have to tell me the name of the king who's featured on this coinage. Give you some more time. Teams may buzz if they wish to do that. I don't think they'll hazard a guess at this point in time. So I'll give out the answer to this question. Skandagupt is the name of the king that I was looking for. Moving on. Question number 5. Again, very, very interesting question. And they've gone for it, but I'll complete the question. Maniram Diwan was an Assamese nobleman during British India. Now, he was one of the first person to establish the tea industry in Assam. A loyal ally of the British East India Company in his early years, unfortunately, he was hanged during the uprising of 1857. On the 17th of April 2013, which is this year, on his 212th birth anniversary, the government of India decided to honor him in a particular form. Mind you, they decided to honor Maniram Diwan. My question is, in what way did the government of India honor him?
The government of India declared tea as the national drink of India.
The question was pertaining to Assam, and it has been correctly answered by the team from Trivandrum. Well done, as Assam looks on, and the team from Guwahati, they were beaten on the buzzer, I believe. Well picked up, 10 points by team number 3. Moving on to question number 6 on the screen now. What is the unique claim to fame of somebody called Bai Fernandez, who has been with the National Institute of Sports at Patiala since 1990? Team number 4, you've gone for it.
He's the only foreigner to win Dronacharya Award.
They think he's the only foreigner ever to be awarded the Dronacharya. Very, very well answered. 10 points indeed. He was the only one, the only foreigner till date to be awarded the Dronacharya Award. Moving on to question number 7 now. The Bank for International Settlements, or BIS, is an international organization of central banks which generally fosters international monetary and financial cooperation and serves as the bank for different central banks. My simple question is, BIS is headquartered in which city? Team 3.
Basel.
They say Basel, which is in Switzerland, and they are right. Well done. Basel is indeed the answer. Basel in Switzerland is where BIS is headquartered at. Moving on to question number 8. Last 3 questions of this quiz. Question number 8 coming up on the screen. Again, a very, very interesting question. Very recently, the Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, which is known as GCMMF, they have inked an advertisement deal with the Indian Railways through which Amul adverts will be displayed on around 175 dash for 1 year. Now, this is for the first time that the Indian Railways is using this for advertisement purposes. My question to Team 4 is, the advertisements are going to be displayed in which location, in which place? Yes.
Sir, Bombay CST, I think.
The Bombay CST, 175 Bombay CSTs. That would be a long list of CSTs. I'm afraid that's not the right answer. The answer to this question is the railway engines, the locomotives. With that, team number 4, I'm afraid they lose 10 points. Very, very bad timing to lose 10 points. Moving on to the penultimate question of this round and of this quiz. Question 9 on the screen now. Sir Robert X, the first baronet, was an English cleric and politician. He is mostly known for his involvement with the British East India Company and for his term as governor of the Madras Presidency. His name is generally attributed to giving the name of a geographical landmark. I think I'll pass that. The answer to this question is Park Strait. Robert Park was the name of the person which gives the name to the very, very well-known the Park Strait. And with that, we have reached the last question of this quiz. Last question, question number 10, coming up on the screen now. Very, very interesting question to complete the quiz with. The Parker brothers have printed more money than the Federal Reserve has issued for the United States. If you stacked all the money printed by them, the pile would be more than 1,100 miles high. My question to you, Team 4, is who are the Parker brothers, or for whom did they print so much of money?
They are the persons who manufacture Monopoly game. Monopoly.
They think the Parker brothers are the ones who invented the game of Monopoly. Hence, they made all those money for Monopoly. And with that lovely answer, ladies and gentlemen, team number 4 picks up 10 points. Well done, inventors of Monopoly. Ladies and gentlemen, 42 cities and some 50 quizzes later, we come to the culmination of this quiz. 2 teams tied up for the top spot. What we are going to do is have a tiebreaker round. Sudden death question. I'll ask a question to both the teams. You'll have to hit the buzzer. You hit the buzzer, you give me the right answer, and you'll end up winning the quiz. You hit the buzzer, you give me a wrong answer, the other team wins the quiz. As simple as it gets. Nerve-wracking moment. All the best to the team from Trivandrum and the team from Guwahati. First question of the tiebreaker round coming up on the screen now. Here is your question, teams. The name of this Hindustani classical music gharana is often mistaken to have originated from an occupation. In reality, it is named after a town in the Shamli district of Uttar Pradesh. A very, very well-known name in Hindustani classical music. Which gharana am I talking about? Think about the profession or the occupation. The name of this gharana is often mistaken for that profession. Very courageous of team number 4 from Guwahati. They have gone for it. But let me remind you, prayers all around, let me remind the team from Guwahati, you answer this question correctly and you will be crowned the national champions of this prestigious quiz. Team 4, may I have your answer?
Is it Kirana Gharana?
You again ask me a question.
Kirana. Kirana.
They say the answer to my question is the Kirana Gharana. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, breaks my heart to say the defending champions from Trivandrum, they lose out. And we have the national champions in Guwahati. Well done, Kirana is indeed the answer. Very, very, very answered. Well done. Oh my God. Very, very well answered. Kirana is indeed the answer. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we should all give it up for the sportsmanship of this team from Trivandrum. Wonderfully fought, very, very well done. And you also deserve all the congratulations. With that, we come to the close of this exciting quiz we have found a new national champion in Guwahati. So my congratulations to them and commiseration to rest of the three teams who did wonderfully well to have reached this far, because at the end of the day, they were the best of the four teams chosen from across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not often that we have in the audience the governor of RBI attending a quiz. We are very, very fortunate that today the governor of RBI, Dr. Raghuram Rajan, has kindly consented to be with us. Sir, may I kindly call you on stage? Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir, please. Sir, this quiz was held with the objective of financial literacy. Can you share your thoughts with the television audience regarding the objective of RBIQ and the larger objective of financial literacy?
Thank you first for organizing the quiz in such a wonderful way. Thanks to everybody who participated in the quiz, and thanks to the finalists for a truly excellent quiz. I was amazed at the questions that you could answer. Identifying Rakesh Mohan, knowing about the dinar and the denarius. This is truly an example of how much you know. I'm also glad that you didn't know about C.R. Trevor. If you had known that he was the last deputy governor, I would be worried about how much you were reading up about the RBI. So I think too much knowledge is also a bad thing. This quiz, I think, exemplifies the RBI's attempt to reach out to the country to send a message about financial matters, financial inclusion, financial literacy. We hope that more and more school children will participate in the quiz, and in the process of participating, learn about financial matters, about economics, about the larger circumstances in the world we live in. Let me give an example of the kinds of things we hope you will learn. One of the questions asked in the quiz was about the Nigerian pigeon drop, which is these emails which are sent out telling you you've won a large amount of money, and it only takes a small upfront transfer from you or the details of your bank account for you to get that large amount of money. That is a scam. Unfortunately, too many people have fallen for it. Let me tell you about another scam which you may encounter: an email from me asking you to put aside a large sum of money or send a large sum of money to the RBI in exchange for about 10 times that money. The RBI never asks people to send them money. We print the money. We have enough of it ourselves. We don't need your money. So please do keep that in mind. That is also a scam. But keep in view that there are scams around the place, but also there are genuine investments. And you have to learn how to distinguish between the two. We hope over time this program, as well as the interest it generates, will allow many of you to make wise choices on your investments. So with that, let me thank you once again, thank the teams once again, and congratulate the winners for a truly excellent performance, and say I hope that many more schools will participate next year and join us in this program across the country. Will help us very much in our attempt to bring this kind of information to the whole country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for those encouraging words. And now the prize distribution to all the 4 finalists. And with that, we draw curtains to this edition of RBIQ with the promise of returning bigger and better next year. So thank you very much on behalf of Governor Dr. Rajan and me, Gautam Bose. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gautam.
Thank you so much.
RBI Quiz brought to you by